If you have a Capital One account, this video is for you. The CFPB has seriously crashed out and sued everybody before the Biden administration walks out. We have literally seen lawsuit after lawsuit. Now, the CFPB officially sues Capital One for cheating consumers out of more than $2 billion in interest payments on savings accounts. So for those of you who are wondering, why was Capital One not on the list of the best high yield savings account? This is the exact reason. This happened right here. The lawsuit was dropped on January 14th, right before that video release. And I was like, all right, well, Capital One's coming off the list officially. But wait, it doesn't just stop there. The news does not get any better because Capital One checking customers are now complaining that they have not seen their direct deposit checks in their accounts for over 4 days. That's right, people are not getting their money that is supposed to go into their 360 checking accounts. So now we can't even promote their checking account. All that's left is the credit cards. And I'll be honest with you, you're protected with the credit cards, but what little protection do you have with your checking account? I mean, it's honestly very little. It's only the Electronic Funds Transfers Act that protects you. But in this situation, they have officially 10 business days to get you your paycheck. So if you didn't know, now you do. Scratch that. I just confirmed this with a consumer law attorney that they have 3 to 5 business days to get you your money. That is the reasonable time frame. So as you just found out, we have 2 massive stories to cover with Capital One that nobody else is talking about because they're all too busy trying to sell you credit cards, and we're going to give you real news and real information that you can use to protect yourself every day here on this channel. But before I get into this video, make sure that you smash that like and subscribe button so this video gets out to more people so everyone can stay informed about this massive growing story about Capital One. And as a token of my appreciation for you smashing that like and subscribe button, here is a picture of Maggie with our dog Chester. They're just adorable. Now, first, we're going to talk about this massive lawsuit against Capital One because this one is huge, specifically for their high yield savings account. This is insane because this happened right before I dropped this video and I started to film and I was like, oh my God, we got to take them off the list. But this is a huge lawsuit because they were misleading consumers, and the CFPB is literally just dropping lawsuit after lawsuit right before they're going to leave and the Trump administration is going to take over. So it's going to be interesting to see, is the Trump administration going to take these lawsuits all the way across the goal line for the touchdown and finish these lawsuits? We will not know until the Trump administration takes over. I don't want to read this entire lawsuit right here because it's massive. It's got a lot of information, but let's just break it down and kind of simplify it. Imagine you sign up for a high yield savings account at 4%, and then the bank actually only pays you 2%, but you don't notice for a while, and then eventually you catch on and you're like, hold up, I've been only getting paid 2%. That's insane. Literally, the CFPB is claiming that it cost millions of consumers more than $2 billion in lost interest payments. $2 billion. That is absolutely insane. Capital One figured out a way how to finagle every consumer out there. Now let's know that this is all alleged. Remember, alleged, ladies and gentlemen. So let's read this insert right here that's very important. Capital One marketed its 360 savings account as a high interest account with a variable interest rate that was one of the nation's top, best, and highest, and would earn much more interest than the average savings account. It also assured former ING Direct savings account holders that with 360 savings, they would still have great rates. However, from late 2019 to mid 2024, Capital One lowered and then froze the 360 savings account rate to just 0.30%, even as rates increased nationwide. In contrast, starting in early 2022, Capital One increased the 360 performance savings account rate. In fact, the rate went from 0.40% in April 2022 to 3.30% as of January 2023 and 4.35% as of January 2024. So basically, in short, nobody was getting the high yield savings account that they thought they were getting. But here's where it got crazy. 2 days later after this lawsuit dropped, people stopped getting their direct deposits. People have not received their direct deposit payments into their checking accounts. People are pissed all over social media. They're posting videos on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere telling everyone, hey, I haven't got my money yet, and Capital One has nothing to say about it. But the crazier part is, people didn't get their money through their direct deposit, but Capital One made sure to take payments out for their credit card payments out of those clients' accounts. So this is crazy. So basically, like, you're like, okay, where's my money? It's Monday, all right. Maybe there's a little bit of a delay. Okay, now it's Wednesday, I still don't have my money. What's up, Capital One? Oh, well, we're kind of experiencing some type of delay. We're working on it, but we're gonna make sure to take that payment for your credit card, okay? It's on auto payment, and it's our money now, okay? Just be aware of that. And then today, on January 17th, they finally made a statement. It wasn't the best statement, okay, Capital One? So they made a statement to USA Today, and they said, days after Capital One customers began reporting issues getting their paychecks and accessing other account features, some customers are still in the dark. Ain't no some customers, it's almost all of them. If you are a Capital One customer and you're experiencing this issue, let us know in the comments, please, because we need to keep our community safe and keep your money safe more than anything. Capital One said in a statement to USA Today Friday morning that the company is working closely with a third-party vendor to resolve the issue. System restoration is underway but not fully operational. The statement read, we apologize to our customers for this continued inconvenience. Inconvenience? It's not an inconvenience when you don't give me my money. But prior to Friday's statement, Capital One said the company was having issues making deposits and processing payments for some customers, small businesses, and commercial banks. So this isn't just some customers as they made in the statement, it's everybody that has a Capital One checking or business checking account. Now here's where it gets interesting, because USA Today claims that they contacted FIS Global, Capital One's service provider involved in the outage, on Friday morning. FIS Global said it had restored access to the applications impacted by the power outage. So they're saying, hey man, ain't nothing wrong, we fixed it. What's going on? I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on. It wasn't just Capital One that was having banking issues, because I did a little bit of research, went digging, and there was a list of outages on Down Reporter. Now these are the list of the banks that were affected, where people were having issues logging into their accounts, moving money, receiving money. It was just simply banking issues all the way across the board. Now we'll put it up on the screen right here. Bank of Oklahoma, Citibank, Capital One, M&T Bank, Cadence Bank, Chase Bank, US Bank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Fidelity Investments. Notice not one of them was a credit union. Isn't that really crazy? Now FIS Global, who's the processor for this, is stating that it is working with the impacted clients to finalize transactions submitted while systems were offline. The company said most or all of that processing should be done by Friday. And I'm here to tell you that has not happened, because people are still posting videos all over social media. And now, who knows if it's thousands or millions of customers are going to go all the way into the holiday, because on Monday, it's literally going to be a federal holiday and banks are going to be closed and people may not have their money till Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I don't think that Capital One is going to release all of these people's checks all at the same time, because if they do, there's a lot of pissed off customers out there and there's gonna be a massive bank run on Capital One and people are gonna pull their money out and Capital One's gonna be in a lot of trouble. So I'm guessing that Capital One is going to slowly trickle this money out to a certain amount of people with the hopes that there's not a massive bank run and everybody pulls their money out of Capital One accounts. Now, unfortunately, I cannot support Capital One's high yield savings account or their checking account on the personal or the business side with these massive issues that they're having. But I will say this, their credit card should be fine because you are protected with the Fair Credit Billing Act. Now, I've talked about this multiple times. I'm not going to cover it in this video, but understand every transaction with a credit card is protected with the Fair Credit Billings Act. But with your checking account and your business checking, there's damn sure no protections with your business checking. I'm just going to let you all know that. But with your personal checking, there is a little bit of protection with the Electronic Funds Transfers Act. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We gave you another big one with a massive lawsuit against Capital One, and Capital One clients are not getting their money from their direct deposits. Now make sure that you watch this next video because it is about a lawsuit against Equifax that you may want to learn more about. And if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.